Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're headed up to Bayfield County to check out some wilderness lakes.
Hey, John Gillespie!
This is phenomenal. Massive Slavosaurus Big Butt Muscalungo. Hey guys, I got an 11-pounder. Look at that thing, man. Oh no. Look at the tummy on that thing too, buddy.
That's a toad.
Yes, folks, today we're fishing pothole lakes in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest up in Bayfield County. Just driving back here is neat, isn't it, Blake?
Oh, it's so beautiful, especially in October with the leaves changing and all these small lakes to explore.
And you know what's cool, Matt, is you can pick a lake by going on the DNR website by county, and they list the species that are in there, and this is primarily a northern pike bass lake.
Yeah, John, there's so many lakes in northern Wisconsin up here. You hop on the DNR website, you can check out what they've netted, the average size, and that'll help you break down and decide which lake to go to.
Now, are you going to help my daughter catch some bass or northerns today?
Absolutely. She's going to catch a big one today.
And guess what? Our buddy Josh is going to join us a little bit later on. Josh, who guides up in the Iron River area.
Love him.
I do too. No, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
There's only a few days left to enter the Evinrude Recon Boat Sweepstakes.
You're right, Blake. From now until October 15th, you can enter online at bit.ly/Evinrude Sweeps or at any Mills Fleet Farm store. Time is running out for your chance to win this awesome boat package.
Hurry! Contest ends October 15th.
There's toys, and more toys in Mills Fleet Farm's Toyland. The shelves are fully stocked with toys kids want.
And low prices parents love. Toyland is now open. Get in early to save during Mills Fleet Farm's Toyland opening event. Earn Mills money on purchases made throughout the store. Plus, get 6 months special financing. Hurry in. The Toyland opening event ends Monday at Mills Fleet Farm.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
At Jiffy, we break new ground. In fact, every decision we make revolves around it. The new Jiffy 46 Extreme is 49 cc's of unmatched power with a fixed position propane system and over twice the efficiency for low-end torque. Or go Ninja with the Jiffy 44 Pro, the lightest in its class, the best in power and portability inside and outside. The only ice augers built in the USA. Jiffy, we put the world on ice.
Big one.
How many casts?
Dude, my third cast is just peel and drag right now.
Oh,
this
that
weed
is cool.
line
Get
is
up there with the net there,
unbelievable.
Blako. Ooh, is that a beauty mat?
It's a good
Ooh, is that
one.
a beauty mat? That is a gorgeous way to start the day.
Yes.
Holy cow, Matty B.
Look at
Hold
that,
that
Blake.
baby up.
Look at the gut on that one.
Wow. Hey, Blake, you're going to catch one like that today.
High fiver.
Nice job.
What was that on, Matt?
That was on a wacko jig with the wacko worm, and we're fishing like 18, 19-foot weed line here, John, so I went with the 1/8 ounce so it really gets down there a little faster.
Well, before we even dropped the line today, we putted around the lake, folks, and there's weeds growing here, if you're looking at the Hummingbird right now, down to 18, 19 feet, and you want to find that edge.
Absolutely. All game fish are living at an edge right now. These lakes haven't turned over up here yet because it's been so warm the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Hold them up one more
Look
time.
at that. That's
How
just
big is that, Matt?
chunk.
3-pounder?
No, that's a 4, John. 18-inch 4-pounder, just a horse.
Blake's got one. Blake's got one.
As I was reeling in.
Seriously, is that what happened? Oh, yeah, look at the battle there for Blakeroo. All right, let's see what we got
Bulldog,
coming.
it's bulldogging you.
Northern or a bass, do you think, Matt?
Oh, nice largie. Look at the
Oh,
build on
good
this
job
thing.
there, Blakerini.
Oh.
Hey, Blake, what happened with that one? I didn't even see. What happened?
Right as I was reeling in, it snagged that Kaylin right super hard.
Look at that.
Yeah, show the folks what we're using there, you guys.
Yep. So the 1/8 ounce weedless wacko, because we're letting it go down into the weeds, and then the 5-inch wacky hooked. And it's about a 10-second count on the drop. 2 or 3 hard twitches and let it fall back into those weeds, and they're eating it.
Look at the build on these fish.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And you know, Matt, looking at the map up here in the Shawangunk-Nicolet National Forest, we had to count how many lakes?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, there's hundreds of lakes up here, literally, between the really teeny ones to the bigger size ones and everything in between.
Hey, Blake, you finally caught a fish with Matt.
Yay!
Nice job.
I just was doing the same thing what Blake was doing. I was at the end of my cast, and this thing hit. Look at the battle here, you guys. Holy cow, is this one dogging me, Matty
Wow,
B?
did you see him yet?
No, I haven't seen him. He's staying down. Could be a pike. Ooh, look at this bass. Whoa,
Nice.
Blake Arini. Good job there, Blake. You know what's so funny, Blake? You know, I was twitching earlier, but I was ending my cast and just reeling. Is that what happened with you?
Exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, wait till you see
Oh,
this.
look at that.
Oh, here, this is really interesting, folks. Grab that little bluegill there. What that fish just threw up, Matt, when I caught him, was that little bluegill. That's what they're feeding on,
Wow.
Blake. Isn't that interesting?
Very cool.
It's kind of interesting, though, after eating a bluegill like that he was still hungry. You know? Look at that, folks. Look at the size of that fish. And hold that bluegill up right next to the mouth. That's what they were feeding on. That is interesting. And again, folks, we're fishing in 20 feet of water on a weed edge, too. Look at that bass, Matt.
Beautiful.
Isn't that something? Look at Blake. Blake is giggling while you're catching fish up there, Matty.
Just roasted that job. My first cast, I changed up with the new Rattle and Google I jig with a 5-inch
Okay, yeah, we're going to show that. Get the net, Blake. Your partner up there is catching a fish.
Oh, this thing's got some shoulders on it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Is it a
yeah.
pike or a bass?
I don't know yet.
Is it a pike
it's a
or...
beautiful Argy.
Oh,
Look at this.
Matty, boo.
He just choked it.
Now
Look at
explain to Blake. Oh my gosh, look at the build on that thing, buddy. Wow.
That's a 5er, John. It's close.
Now explain to Blake that jig. It's called a Google jig, and that's just a Kalen's grub. But what's so special about that jig?
Yeah, John. So through research, I mean, obviously fish love noise and rattling, and it gets them going. So for the first time, we took a jig and we are putting a full glass rattle through the middle of the jig. So anytime you're swimming a grub, throwing a swim bait, ripping a jerkle, anything like that, that jig's moving side to side, and that glass rattle is just so loud. And that was literally my first cast, and look at this, just tank.
You know, Pete's been using that stuff on the musky side, baits that make a noise.
Right.
And obviously, I've seen success there. And this Google eye jig, the Mills Fleet Farm has them now, right?
Absolutely, every size and color. We're so excited to launch this in February and March. Johnny!
Did you see that one, John?
Oh, baby.
I switched to that Google jig and that grub too, man. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, dude. Wow, wow, wow.
Blake, you better net that big one for your dad.
Well, these are all nice fish, man. Look at that one, Blake. Whoa, nice try, Blake. And we got her. Come on over here, Blake. That is a wonderful way. You know, I'm not saying you're a beginner, Blake, but this is a great bait for beginners, because all you got to do is what? Cast it out, count to 5, and how fast do you reel?
Very slowly do little knocks and...
Yep. And I can't believe the average size of these fish. It's just amazing to me. And Ryan, the photographer, is the one that loves this color so much, you know?
Yeah.
He's been using that for a long time and catching walleyes. But hey, Matt, I'll tell you what, that Google jig there with those little rattles in there, man, it's good.
Oh, it's an exciting product.
I'm going to have to switch to one of those.
You are? Oh, did you see that one jump out there, man?
Oh, he skyrocketed.
Ooh, look at that, man. Folks, we're catching these bass, by the way, in 21 feet of water. Ooh, Blake, you got to get the net. Ooh, look at that battler right there. That's actually a small one there, Blake. Look at that. Ooh, he threw off my jerk minnow. You know what's interesting, folks, we adapted what we're using for bait. We started out with wackos and a wacko jig, and when Blake pointed out that bass had eaten a bluegill, we switched to swimming type baits. I switched to a jerk minnow, and Matt switched to the Kalen's grub. Yeah, this is a nice fish here, honey. He's stuck in the net there. Let me get that out for you. But the thing is, Matt, to cast out, right, and keep the bait on top of the weeds? Is that the deal?
Oh yeah, John, when they're going after shiners, bluegills, shad bodies of water. I mean, if you look at what you just caught that last fish on, this is called bait fish. This is a brand new color at Fleet Farm. And look at that, it's got the fleck, it's got the pearl belly that I love, because all fish, whether it's bluegill, shiners, shad, everything has a white belly on it.
And twitch that on top of the weeds.
Yep, I see you got a lighter jig head, so you're keeping it up.
Another one on that Google jig and jerk minnow. Matt, I'll tell you what, this is so much fun fishing the tops of those weeds like that. Ooh, here I think I can just flip this guy in here. There we go. That is a little guy, Blake, but again, what I'm doing, Matt, is just casting out, and those weeds actually grow to about 20 feet of water, and when I hit a weed, then I just increase my speed of reeling and give it a couple of twitches, and that works good. Look at that. Hey, Matt, how many years you and I have been fishing together now?
Probably 13.
Do you just come with me because of the Johnsonvilles?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you made a great choice, because today I have Johnsonville Hatch Green Chili Grillers. These are absolutely delicious. You look for them in the freezer section at your grocery store, but you can put them right on the grill frozen. That's what I like about them. And they take about 15 minutes to cook, you know, turn them several times, but they are absolutely wonderful for Packer games, fishing trips, hunting. Bring your Johnsonville grillers along. All right, take a bite.
Oh, I love that little kick in that fork.
Isn't that great? That's Johnsonville Hatch Green Chili Grillers. You know where you can find those? In the freezer section at your grocery store.
I'm gonna do it.
Folks, weather sure changes quickly in October in northern Wisconsin. Now we got a little rain moving in here. It's a little bit cooler. And Matt, I'll tell you what, since that rain started and the clouds moved in, the fishing has really slowed down, hasn't it?
Yeah, we definitely hit a lull. I think with this clear water and overcast and rain, these fish might slide up a little bit, so we're gonna check out different depths.
Got a surprise for you. Our buddy Josh Teigen is gonna join us in a few minutes.
Oh, he's a good guy. Looking forward to fishing with him.
There's only a few days left to enter the Evinrude Recon Boat Sweepstakes.
You're right, Blake. From now until October 15th, you can enter online at bit.ly/Evinrude Sweeps or at any Mills Fleet Farm store. Time is running out for your chance to win this awesome boat package.
Hurry! Contest ends October 15th.
We are fishing the pothole lakes of Bayfield County, a 6-hour drive from Milwaukee, 7 hours from Chicago, and 2.5 hours from Minneapolis. Folks, ATV season is right around the corner for both hunters and ice fishermen. Lenny, why should we be using AMSOIL in our ATVs?
The size of these machines is growing. They're heavy, and the motors and the transmissions and the differentials get stressed. So one of the best things you could do is run a good high quality lubricant. So when you throw those tracks on it, or I'm plowing snow, or you're making it work really hard, you know that you're protected.
So AMSOIL up your machines before the season, and for more information you can go to?
Check out amsoil.com.
The new Acme Rattle Master has a built-in echo chamber with a brass rattle that calls fish in. The body's solid brass too and won't bend or dull, and reflects fish attracting light all over the water column. This 1-2 punch of sight and sound means you make less casts because the fish come to you. Rip it or shake it for crappie, walleye, northern salmon, or trout, and experience multi-species action with just one bait.
Folks, we're going to change lakes now. When you're fishing some of these lakes in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest, the boat landings aren't always the greatest, but sometimes that's why the fishing is best. This is a tough, tough boat landing here. I hope I'm okay and my axle doesn't hit.
There you go.
I'll tell you what.
Good job.
These are tough landings, man.
Cut it towards me a little bit, John.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Folks, I'll tell you what, man. This, you gotta have a 4-wheel drive, man. That's all there is to it. We're gonna get this baby done. I think we're okay. You know, folks, they always say half the fun is getting there. Well, I don't know if that's the case when you're fishing these backwood lakes up here in Bayfield County. There's a lot of lakes that are good fishing lakes, but have bad landings.
Oh yeah, and they're great fishing, but that's the one downside. The landings aren't very good.
That's probably why they're good fishing. But I'll tell you, what a great time of year to come up here, Josh. Just driving back to these lakes, everything is so beautiful this time of year, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you got the colors at peak now. It's a beautiful time of year.
Now, you were guiding this morning on Chequamegon Bay. How'd you guys do?
We did good. We probably got 15 to 18 nice smallies up to about 5.5 pounds, so it was good.
On this lake we're fishing?
This lake's gonna be largemouth, pike, and maybe walleyes.
Get a walleye for Blake, will you?
Definitely.
Joshy, I got one.
Way to go.
Hey, Blake is going to be the first to catch a fish. There we go, Josho.
Little largy.
There you go. Hey, not bad there, Blake. She's learning,
guy.
isn't she, Josh?
Yeah, she's doing good, John.
A little smaller than the ones we were catching this morning, Blake. What were you doing there?
Just letting it sink, about 10 seconds, hitting it a little bit and snapped on it.
So, Josh, what do you recommend on this lake for baits?
Wacko worms work really good, and we're gonna throw some jerk minnows too.
Oh, here we go, Josho. We got ourselves some pretty nice bass coming in. And I'm gonna give you folks a little tip here once I get this in. Not as big as the bass we were catching this morning, Josh, but that's a real nice fish. And he threw my bait off there. But we kind of have a dingy water because we got a couple of inches of rain last night.
Yeah.
So I went to this color, this green. Is that what you do when you got dingy water? Go to a brighter fluorescent
Yeah, a lot
color?
of times with dirty water, you want bright lures so they can see it a little better, and it worked there.
This is so much fun, that lake that we went to this morning, beautiful bass in there.
Yep.
And this is just a trial and error. There's so many lakes, you just go in and you try them, and if they're good, they're good.
Yeah, I mean, the lakes are endless up here. You try a few, you're not always going to get good ones on every lake, but you keep trying, and you're going to find nice fish.
That's
eventually.
pretty bass, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Look at this. I always carry a crappie rod with me, and that's a small crappie, folks. But Josh, can you look on the DNR reports and find out what species are in these lakes?
Yeah, the DNR will list all the lakes and what's in them. So if you want to target crappies or bass or pike, you can go look on the DNR's website as to what lakes have what species, and you're good to go. There's a fish right there.
Oh, you missed them, huh?
Dang it.
What, a bass type bite?
Oh yeah, that was a better fish there.
I'm crappie fishing. I'm crappie fishing.
And I'm bass fishing.
And you're bass fishing. Let's see.
There we go.
All right, buddy.
Oh, you ain't that sucker.
We got to tell the folks that lake this morning was totally cool, wasn't it?
Oh, we hit that morning window and they were just feed bag on.
But funny, they stopped biting, didn't they, after a while,
Yeah, that front blew in, the rain hit, and they did shut off, but it was good while it lasted.
How'd you like the landing?
It was very exciting and interesting.
You did a good job helping me. That's
Thank
a
you.
teensy.
There we go.
Good job there, Josh, a Rudy Boo. There we go, pal.
There's a nice bass.
Hey, Josh, I was kind of thinking about it. I always come up here around Thanksgiving and fish Chequamegon Bay with you over in Ashland.
Yep.
But these little lakes, are they good in November too, late October?
Oh, that, in my opinion, that's the best time of the year for them. I mean, there's no pressure. Everyone's out hunting and doing other things. The lakes turn over, they get real clear, and the fishing is just fantastic.
So even if it gets cold and, you can catch them in when it's like 35 degrees and that?
Yep, even when it's cold.
Look at Blake.
Now that was a surprise there.
Nice.
Well, were you on your phone or what?
I wasn't.
Oh, she probably was,
Oh, it's a
Josh.
pike. Here, let me get the net.
Oh, Northern
right.
Pikaroo
Yeah.
for Blakearoo.
Awesome.
That one.
Way to go.
Actually, show the folks the colors on these fish. They're really pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, these ones actually have some nice color to it.
What happened there, Blake?
Wow, that one caught. I haven't caught pike in a while.
Well, Josh, there's a chance for a decent pike on these lakes?
Yes, I have caught some big ones in here, so there is a chance.
What do you got there?
Johnny ate that one on the fall out in like 18 feet of water.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. He ate her.
Josh, is that uncommon that those fish will get down in the deeper part of these lakes?
Oh no, they'll be down deep. They like those deep weed edges.
Matty, what was that on, buddy?
That was on that new Google Eye jig with the jerk minnow, and the water's darker, so I went chartreuse with that pearl belly.
Did you see that Google jig, Josh?
Those things are pretty sweet, John.
Those are going to work good on the bay for smallmouth, too.
Oh yeah, for sure. With that rattle in there, that's gonna be awesome.
Hey folks, remember to follow all of our fishing adventures on Facebook, including behind-the-scene photos and giveaways. Hey Dad, what are we giving away this week?
Hey Blake, this week we're giving away a great prize. It's a Johnsonville Sizzling Sausage Grill. This will cook your Johnsonville brats and Italians to perfection in just 15 minutes.
For a chance to win the Johnsonville Sizzling Sausage Grill, go to Facebook. For a chance to win the Johnsonville Sizzling Sausage Grill, simply go to facebook.com/Gillespie Fishing.
When it's time to tackle any outdoor-related project or job, your Polar trailer or cart is the perfect teammate.
Polar trailers and carts are designed for easy assembly, and each model is rigorously tested to ensure uncommon durability. On an all-steel tubular frame with a powder coat finish, its body is made of HDPE, which is far superior to its competitors. Polar trailers aren't just for projects around the house or farm. They also work great for hauling deer stands, food plot seed, or the trophy of a lifetime.
Let us make this absolutely clear. The days of wasted casts and missed opportunities are over. New Mega Imaging takes fishing into the megahertz range for the first time, because higher frequency sonar means higher frequency of this. Without a doubt, it's the most detailed picture of the world below ever. And it's only from Humminbird.
At Jiffy, we break new ground. In fact, every decision we make revolves around it. The new Jiffy 46 Extreme is 49 cc's of unmatched power with a fixed position propane system and over twice the efficiency for low-end torque. Or go Ninja with the Jiffy 44 Pro, the lightest in its class, the best in power and portability inside and outside. The only ice augers built in the USA. Jiffy, we put the world on ice.
Hey folks, it's now time to announce this week's winners of the Mills Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2017 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Eric Peterson of Wausau. He caught this 56-inch muskie on the Bay of Green Bay on a super shad. Daniel Holtz of Manitowoc boated this 47-inch salmon on the Manitowoc River on a spawn sack. John Vollendorf of Stevens Point boated this 33-inch walleye on Wabagoon Lake on a jig and leech. Kathy Cruiser of West Allis, Wisconsin caught this 23-inch largemouth on Pewaukee Lake on a Kalen's Wacky Worm. And this week's kids winners are Colin Vanderkar of South Elgin caught this 56-inch muskie on Lake Vermilion on a beaver bait, and Grant Peterson of Menominee boated this 30-inch largemouth bass on Little Lake McDonald on a jig and minnow.
Our adult winners will receive a $25 Mills Fleet Farm gift card, and our kids winners will receive a Plano tackle box. Remember folks, Mills Fleet Farm has everything you need for your hunting and fishing adventures, including your licenses. Mills Fleet Farm, your outdoor headquarters.
Oh, he hit that jerk minnow right next to the boat. Here he is. Not a bad fish though, Joshua.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, grab him. You know, really, I've tried other colored jerkos today, Kalen's jerk minnows, and it really is this color. Sometimes color makes a difference, and I'm not big on it, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely is today. I've tried other colors and I haven't got bit. I'm gonna have to switch to that one.
You know what's really interesting about these smaller lakes, and saw a couple boats on the lake that we were fishing this morning, and they're always working the shorelines, tight to the shorelines, when in reality, as Matt and I talked about today, the weed edges hold the bigger fish.
Yep, that's where your bigger ones are gonna come from, and they don't have as much pressure.
Right, that's a nice, what, pound and a half?
Yeah, a couple pounds.
Joshua, what are you throwing now?
The biggest one so far in this lake, I think.
Are you gonna do a flipping?
I'm gonna flip them.
Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, walk up to the camera with that one, Josh.
That's a good one.
That's a nice fish, buddy.
Yeah.
That really is.
He engulfed that wacko.
And are you Texas rigging then?
I am Texas rigging. Yep,
yeah,
I got a little bullet weight above it.
If you can get that hook out of there, show the folks what a Texas rig is. So what you're doing is actually, instead of rigging it wacko style, turning it into a weedless bait, huh?
Yep. Making it weedless so it goes right down in those weeds, and it's pretty effective, especially for lakes with a lot of weeds.
Hey! Hooked up! All right, Maddie's hooked up there, Josh.
All right.
What has he got there? Another bass?
Pike.
Oh, a pike-a-rooney.
Oh.
Hey. Hey, guys. Hey, nice job there, man. Hey, good job, guys. Now that's decent. I got one. Oh, see. Oh, that's a decent bass right there, guys. Hey, hold these up together up there, you guys. See if you can do that there, Josh. Isn't that something, though, that those bass are swimming along with the pike, Josh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're grouped up together, out in these deep weeds.
Hey, Matt, seriously, switching to that lime green or chartreuse thing has made a difference out here.
All the difference in the world the last couple hours, John. It's incredible. We could not get bit in the natural colors.
I think cloudy day, too, and murkier water, you go with the brighter color like that.
Absolutely, and a lot of this might be reaction bites.
Hey, Joshua.
Right.
You know, folks, I got to tell you, we've only been on this lake for about 2 hours, and I think this would be a great father and son, father and daughter trip, wouldn't it, Josh, this type of fishing?
Yeah, this lake's got a lot of fish in it. It does have some nice ones too, but it's mostly, you know, just fun. Go out and catch a bunch of fish.
Can you ice fish these backwood lakes too?
Oh yeah, most of them you can, yeah.
And I want to mention too, you know, we're getting into later into fall. You do a lot of ice guiding up here. Maybe you can tell the folks what type of ice guiding you do.
I do. I guide for all species, you know, your inland water species, walleyes, crappies, pike, and then I'll go out on the big lake too for whitefish, trout, and salmon. So
don't forget the smallmouth we caught through the ice
that's pretty good too.
Folks, this year Mills Fleet Farm and Yamaha teamed up to give away a brand new Kodiak 700. We have a winner. Blake has more.
I'm in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin at the Yamaha Midwest headquarters with Dan Ravito. Dan, do we have a lucky winner?
We do, Blake. You know, we've been partnering with John Gillespie's Waters and Woods Show for about 15 years now. We love doing giveaways. So this year we gave away an all-new Kodiak 700, and our winner is Jerry Gaffney from Larson, Wisconsin. He entered to win at a Mills Fleet Farm in Appleton, and now he's the proud owner of a new Kodiak 700.
Well, huge congratulations to Jerry, and we'd like to thank Yamaha and the supporting dealers.
Josh Teigen guides Chequamegon Bay on a year-round basis. For more information, give Josh a call. That phone number is 715-813-0575. 813-0575. I've really loved running the Recon 2185 this year, so have you, Pete. And these boats are going to be for sale at the end of the season, and they are rigged to the hilt, aren't they?
They are rigged to the hilt, professionally rigged by John at Recon Boats, and you can buy both of these boats at the end of the year, or either of these boats at the end of the year. There's a Recon boat section on PeteMana.com, or go through your local Recon dealer.
They're going to be at a great price, too, folks.
Yes. If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank there, Dale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks. Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that. That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy. Well, that one is a gorgeous fish. Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did. Hey, Josh, where's your rain gear?
I didn't think it was going to rain, so I left it in the truck.
Another climate change, man. That temperature dropped about 10 degrees and it's blowing.
It's cold.
Yeah. Hey, I want to thank you, man. Had a great time and really enjoy these backwood lakes. And again, you got openings?
I do have openings coming up, yep.
And you provide rain gear for the people?
I do not.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, hey, John, like the guy! Hey, John Gillespie!
Hey, hey, John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! Hey, 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 John Gillespie! He's the fishing man, fishing anytime he can, yeah! Treat for you.